Hi, thank you for doing this. Can you start off by telling us who you are?
My name is Chris Sayer.
Okay. And Chris, where do you work?
I work Down Syndrome Resource Foundation.
Okay. And where do you work at the Down Syndrome Resource Foundation? What is your job?
My job is the front desk assistant and ambassador.
Front desk assistant and ambassador. That's great. Well, thank you for joining us today. So, Chris, what are we going to be talking about today?
We're talking about sleep apps.
Oh, we're going to talk about sleep masks. Okay, so do you have sleep apnea, Chris?
Yes.
Okay, and what do you use to help you with sleep apnea?
I have to use to sleep better, have everything to sleep.
Okay, and you use like a CPAP mask?
Mask and machine.
And machine, great. Okay, so you're going to show us how to use that in a little bit. But can you tell me how long have you had your CPAP mask and machine?
I had it 2014, over like 9 years now.
Okay, so you got it in 2014. So yeah, it's almost 10 years, right? Next year. So you've been using it for a long time. Okay, great. So can you tell us, were you afraid of using the mask or maybe a little bit unsure at the beginning?
Not really. It was great before and I liked it. I got very uncomfortable with it.
Oh, you got very comfortable with it very quickly?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. So can you tell everybody, Chris, how has using the CPAP mask made you feel now that you use it all the time?
The way it feels for me, actually feels great. I have a lot of energy and stuff, and
You have
do
lots
a lot of things, like I'm not so tired so much, and everything.
Great. So you have more energy because you use your CPAP, and you said you don't get as tired?
No, not as tired, no.
Oh, that's wonderful. So does it hurt to put the CPAP mask on?
No.
Great.
It feels great to me.
It feels great. Okay. So if something was uncomfortable with your mask, could you get it adjusted?
Yes.
Okay, great. That's really good to know as well. Can you tell us, is it easy to clean your CPAP machine?
It is very easy to clean, yes.
Okay.
Sometimes I do it myself. I always have help with my mom, every time.
That's great. I love that you're able to do it yourself too. That's awesome. That means it must be really easy if anyone can do it, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So Chris, can you give us a little bit of a tour of your CPAP? Can you talk about all the different parts?
Yes. This is the hose that goes with the mask.
Mm-hmm.
And the straps, you can adjust it of anything kind of thing for your head. Makes it very uncomfortable. And the nose thing, it goes in like so. You can put it on your nose. You can breathe it on and it turns on. And the machine, it's very good to clean daily. It's very good to use.
Okay. Can you maybe turn it around and show us a little bit more of what the machine looks like? Okay. So Chris, can you show us how do you use the machine? Can you pretend like you are ready to put it on before you go to bed? Can you show us how to put the mask on and how to turn it on?
Yes. It's kind of complicated sometimes. There you go. This is how it works and goes on. I don't press a button, it does it by itself.
Oh wow, so it just, as soon as you put it on, it turns on. What does it feel like right now?
Actually, it tickles from the inside, I can feel it.
Okay, you can feel the air going into your nose?
I can feel the good air.
The good
going
air.
in and back to your throat.
Okay. Yeah, that's really great, Chris, because the air needs to kind of push down your throat to open it up so more oxygen can get down to your lungs, correct?
Yes.
Great. And Chris, it doesn't sound very loud. Is it a very loud machine?
No, it's not that loud.
Okay. So you're able to sleep while you have it on.
Yes.
That is great. So Chris, looking closely at your machine, it's great that it gives you a smiley face to make sure your mask is sealed.
Yes.
And another smiley face that tells us whether the air is good quality air going into your mask.
Yes.
What else can the machine tell us? What does this dial do?
It also has settings on here too as well.
Okay. And the settings will help figure out how much air pressure is going into your mask?
Yeah.
Great.
You turn it on like that, goes up and down.
Chris, can you show us how you would clean your CPAP machine?
By cleaning it from the front, you can take the nose piece off
Okay.
and the top piece off.
Great.
And you can clean the hose too that comes off from the back.
And what do you use to clean it? Just water?
Water and soap.
Water and soap, okay.
This too. And the reservoir comes off.
Oh, okay. The reservoir comes off, great. And what's in the reservoir, Chris?
The still water.
Distilled water, okay. And I think that's what makes the air have some moisture in it, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Otherwise it would be too dry.
Yes.
Okay. So once you clean it, then you just put it back together?
Yeah.
Just like that. That was so easy. Great, thanks, Chris. Chris, do you have any advice for little kids, teenagers, or even adults if they're a little bit unsure about using a CPAP mask?
That's a good question. With little kids with little mouths, makes it a lot easy on the parents sometimes too as well by cleaning it for the kids.
Okay. So sometimes the little kids might need some help cleaning it so they can
Yes.
ask their parents. Okay, great. What about kids that are scared to put the mask on? They might think that it would hurt or feel uncomfortable. What advice do you have for them?
That kind of advice for that is like when you're in the dentist and you have a mask on from the dentist and this is the first put on a CPAP on.
Oh, so maybe practice using like other easier masks before you try the CPAP mask?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you think practice is a really important part?
Yes.
Okay. Did you practice a lot when you were learning to put the mask on?
Yes.
Great. Awesome. And what advice do you have for parents or caregivers that think it might be hard to teach their kids? Do you think that they also might need more practice or some time to get used to it?
Yeah, I get used of it and practice with it.
Yeah. Great. So parents and kids and users alike should all take some time to get used to it and practice it.
Yes.
That's wonderful. Any other advice about how the CPAP has helped you?
Actually helped me a lot.
Okay.
Sleeping better, losing weight, and very big help. And very happy.
Great. Thank you so much, Chris. This has been very helpful. We appreciate it.